Weaves and gunflowers. Okay, so in this episode of Meteor Memoirs, we're going to work on achieving the gunflower, everybody's favorite. So the pieces that we'll need for this are the forward 2-beat weave, the reverse 2-beat weave, and then the transition to connect the two together, right? So if you're having trouble getting into the weave to start, then a good place to go from that is to start in what we're going to call U mode, which is where the heads are in an almost same time, same direction orientation. And so this can go all the way out to about a quarter, occupying a quarter circle before it stops being U mode. But once you're all the way out into a split same orientation is when we're going to start calling it a gunslinger or a weave. The reason that we use the word gunslinger is just to shorthand the terms split time, same direction into something a little bit more compact, as well as to also save us when we decide to start getting into things like gunslinger weaves, because I really don't want to call it a weave, but that's just me. The easiest way to get into your 2-beat weave is to start in a U mode weave, and then imagine you're pulling on a bike brake with your pinky, and that will spread the two sides out a little bit. And by adding tension, it'll splay the two halves out, and we'll be able to get out to here. So from forward and reverse, we have on this forward side, we have a 2-beat weave and a 3-beat weave. And the 3-beat weave is index tuck, pinky drive, index tuck, pinky drive, index tuck, pinky drive. Now we don't need the 3-beat weave, but it's valuable to learn it just to gain that extra pinky control, and also to find out just how much torque and speed you can put in your meteor. You don't need it, but if you need extra energy, this is a great place to find it. And then the other side of that is we're going to want to learn the reverse 2-beat weave. Now there's a reverse 2-beat weave and a reverse 4-beat weave. If you feel the rope falling over your arm or your wrist, you know you've gone too far. We will not be needing the 4-beat weave, and I find them particularly difficult to control until a little bit later, so it's better to just hold off on learning that one for now and really try and just focus on getting the 2-beat weave. And so the goal is to stitch the two together. So we're going to take our 2-beat weave in forward, and then if you follow my yellow koi as it comes up through the middle, we'll be able to get over to our reverse side. And then now we'll follow the pink one, and the pink leads out to this side. So that's index leads forward to reverse, and then pinky leads reverse to forward. And we're going to try and clean this up as much as we can and get this nice and smooth. Now if you need a little extra guidance, hold your other arm up on the non-native side. And your goal is to get the pinky and the index to come down through your introverted buzzsaw space as you come across. And then that'll let you know that you've timed it out long enough before you come back out. Now I can take this same little linear transition that I'm using from side to side, and I can start to bow it out a little bit and make it just a little bit bigger, and just a little bit bigger, and just a little bit bigger, until I'm all the way out in a gunflower, and just like that, you are doing anti-spin gunflowers. Really focus on pulling that pinky down on the non-native side, and it'll help clean this up a lot. Now from the side, you'll notice that I'm trying to leave as much space as I can in between my arms here, because once I get far enough into it and I want to add the other meteor in, I'm going to need space for that inside of my buzzsaw plane here. So I'll show you that now. With my other meteor playing along, we're going to have both of them going in opposite direction gunslinger, so both going forward on their respective sides, and then reverse on their non-native sides to create this gunflower. From the side. As you can see, I really need to maximize my space efficiency on those inside planes to make sure that there's enough room for everything. Sweet. Gunflowers.